when dreams and reality collide. A life is turned upside down. Thrust into a conflict where ancient shadows fight secret wars. For control of the future. Her allies hide in plain sight, but so do her enemies. I always get Tucker Carlson. Look, it's always Fox News comes in my feed after I've finished watching a video. All right, I think I'm pretty much talking to myself right now. If anyone is here in the chat, put something in the chat and say hello, or otherwise it's just me. That's all right. We'll wait until some people get here. This is the last the last hour and a half of the Lucent campaign. Last hour and a half of the first 24 hours of the Lucent campaign. Get my story straight. I don't want. There we go. And we have currently sitting on 96 incredible backers and looking at $4,612. And I'm just, if you saw the stream yesterday, I'm just blown away by this. Hey, AZ, how you going, man? You thought you'd have a little visit. Well, hello, welcome. I just started. Got some people coming in here now. Yeah, we're closing out the first day. And as we know, if I just scroll down here, you get a free sketch card for the first 24 hours. Everyone gets that, every single backer. So I've got 96 free sketch cards to draw at the moment, and I'm trying to get that up to 100. If we can get up to 100, I'll be very happy. Try and get that number up over into the 5K zone too at some point. That will be very nice. Maybe I might play some other things. And maybe I'll just go through the campaign a bit while I wait for people to come in, if they're going to come in. I don't know if they will. Yesterday we had about 15 people in here, 15 or 20 people. It was a lot of fun. So, The Waking Dream, the first book in the Lucent series, is a 76-page full-color trade paperback made up of 56 pages of story and 14 pages of bonus material. I had Matt, Planet Tobal, read it in Stan Lee voice yesterday. I think I'm gonna cut a little video of that because it's too good. It's too good not to use. Make a little promo video with Stan the Man Lee promoting the Lucent. I love it as well. He actually called it the Lucent. It was classic. It was classic Stan Lee back from the grave. I can't believe I'm still over the moon that I sold a page, an actual page of art yesterday. It's just crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Sold a couple of posters, plenty of books, 64 books. Can't believe it. But yeah, I just thought I would come on and chat with you guys about this closing out this thing. If any of you guys that's my daughter. Well, that picture is not my daughter, but yeah, that's my daughter there. That's my wife in the picture, but she's said hello. Hello, Victoria. Thanks for logging on to watch. Oh, there's some other big news. While we wait. Here we go. Have you all seen this? Look what has just launched. Well, first of all, I'm number 2 trending comic on Indiegogo at the moment, which is mind blown. I was number 1 for a while, but this is big. This is huge. Jawbreakers is what kicked off Comicsgate. So it launched this whole thing. Aaron is so good. I don't know who's coloring. Maybe we'll find out. Being a superhero never really paid. Check this out. I remember seeing this page in the inks. Using modern day superheroes to fight bad guys in the Middle East, because no one else will touch that with a 10-foot pole for some every 66.5 years the Grand Bazaar appears. Inside, anything can be pulled over, traded, or bartered. There's only one rule: you cannot use currency or credit to acquire that which you desire. Nothing has a cost, but everything has a price. Well, how poetic. I wonder why 66.5 years. You've got Zach, drawn by Aaron Alfecci, colored. Oh, that's the color channel of the guys who did the last one. Pin up by Sashi. Main cover by Carl Ritter. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, definitely go check out Grand Bazaar. Not that he needs my promotion. He's already, I think that's already gone up since I started talking about it. I'll just refresh it. Just going up constantly. Him to get off Twitter. Maybe good for his mental health, but I don't know. I just feel like if you just sort of, for whatever reason, don't catch any of his videos for a couple of weeks, you don't know this stuff is coming. I had no idea this was launching. So yeah, I just feel like I don't know, if you're not on Twitter and you're in Comicsgate, you're really missing out on that, sort of being in the community square. I always think of it like Twitter and YouTube, they complement each other. They're very different in the way that people use them and abuse them. But yeah, when he got off Twitter, it just felt like he kind of cut himself off a little bit from the. Is EVS streaming? No one was streaming when I started, so I thought I'll jump on. Maybe I'll just stream snipe EVS. Comics with Kelloway has come in and saying streaming at the same time as EVS. I don't know. Maybe I'll stop. I don't know. But I also want to pitch cards for every backer. And let me grab some of them out so I can show them off wherever they are. Where did I put them? Put them somewhere. Put them here. So yeah, these are the sketch cards here that every backer will be receiving. I'll just be drawing them at random. I'll be drawing the same ones over and over again. Like I don't know how many, maybe I'll do 20 of one guy, 20 of another one. So there's too much stuff going on. But yeah, everyone will get one of these. If you back today, you've only got an hour or left. Thanks, man. Thank you. Comics with Kelloway He's a dude who's been around in these streams a little bit now. See him popping up. See him on Twitter a bit. Thanks for coming in and checking out the stream, even though Ethan apparently is streaming at the same time. It's quite difficult to expect people to come and watch little old me if Ethan turns on at the same time. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I remember watching Liam stream for, you know, a month, just talking to a handful of people. And yeah, I really respect the guy for doing that, you know, just going through his book, talking about the characters. Obviously, you know, people, if they can't watch it right now, they might log on and watch it later, you know, when other people aren't streaming. But yeah, so anyway, this is the book. This is the book in question. This is my book. This is my baby. I've been working on this book for a long time. It's definitely not some idea I've just kind of popped up with recently because of the whole, you know, crazy wave of Comicsgate crowdfunding. This is something I've been working on for ages. It's my my magnum opus from my point of view. Here's some of the art. You know, I realized I've never actually, in all the hours that I was streaming yesterday, I never actually read through any of this text. So maybe I'll do a bit of that. So this scene here is the first double-page spread that we see of Ella as she's in the current day timeline. There are 3 timelines that run parallel to each other in the series, The Lucent. So they will run throughout the entire book. And this is the current day timeline. That's the one with Ella, the main character, in it. So it starts in the present day. And it says, standing on the ledge with her back to the street, Ella Forsyth wonders what difference, if any, that might make. Turning to face the pavement won't change how far down it is, or how hard, which is precisely why she decides against it. This was her choice, hers alone, exactly as it had to be. This was where importance lived, on the brink, an inch away from chaos. To walk 1 foot in the abyss and 1 on solid ground, that was a life that mattered, which is why this was one step she had to take. No matter what waited for her below, it couldn't be worse than standing still. She doesn't even open her eyes. She just lifts her head and leans back into the void. So yeah, that's that first double-page spread, and it all kicks off from there. No, she is not committing suicide, although it looks like she may be. You'll find on the next page, if you get the book, what happens to our main character there. So more art. This is the scene that's set 14 years before the current timeline. And this one here is set 6,000 years. So yeah, there's a lot of historical stuff woven into this story. This scene here with the blue and the red is the one that's set 2,000 years ago. Someone asked me a question just on Twitter now. If I've got the book as completed as it is here, how come it says the delivery date is April next year? And that's purely just to give myself the maximum possible buffer within which to deliver the book. This being my first campaign, I have no idea how much time during each day I'll have to actually work on the book while promoting it. So I'm just going to have to play that by ear. And after that, you know, things can happen. No one thought coronavirus was going to happen, and that put a big delay on things like printing and shipping. And so I just wanted to give myself the maximum amount of time as a buffer to be able to deliver this to you guys and not be late. But yeah, there's no way I expect it to take a year. It's, you know, as you can see, the book is kind of well on its way to being completed. So, the campaign will run its course. I'll do my work. Like I said, I have no idea how often I'll need to be promoting this every day. It seems to me everyone, tries to promote their book at least once a day for the duration of their campaign. So that's going to be a massive time suck, but a necessary one. And yeah, it's all a bit of a learning process right now for me. Tatsu Nami just backed it. Gonna watch later. How? Good luck. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hail. Thank you so much. Everyone who's backing this book, it really is humbling, and yeah, it's difficult to put into words the feeling I get when another person, puts their hard-earned money on a new unknown creator like me. It's it really is a big leap of faith for you guys. So it's really appreciated, and I'm not gonna let you down. I'm gonna deliver you the absolute best product that I can in the in a timely manner, as quick as I can to you, but not too quick, because I want it to be absolutely perfect for you guys. And Tatsu Nami will be getting a free head sketch. Which one? I do not know, because I'm just going to be chucking them in at random. So whichever one you get is what you get, but they'll all be cool. But the sketch cards aren't the only thing that you can get with the book. You can also get a head sketch for a little bit more. So the head sketch tier is right there. That's the featured tier, and it's currently at $1 discount because of the Australian dollar. Had a bit of a what is it? It's a drop, yeah, or is it or it is a resurgence? I don't know. I can't figure that stuff out. It melts my brain. But yeah, it was $5 yesterday. It's $64 today. Who knows what it'll be tomorrow? Will it be 66? I don't know. I hope it doesn't go down too much. That just means I have to make all that much more money to see any kind of profit at the end of the day. It's so annoying that Indiegogo won't let us just put our campaigns in US dollars, but it is what it is. Unqualified Comics says, I love the perspective drawings in your art. Well, thank you. Yeah, I really kind of pride myself on that. It's Clip Studio Paint has amazingly powerful perspective tools. I don't know if you're familiar with that program, but it's what I'm going to be doing all my line work in moving forward. It's these tools are just it's a lot better than Photoshop for inking, and their perspective tools just they kind of do all the work for you. So on a page like this, for example, you just had blocks in place and put the perspective lines down where I need them. And this is a 2-point perspective here. So this is not 3-point perspectives, because the vertical lines are all perfectly vertical. If it was 3-point perspective like this one, the vertical lines you can see also go to a vanishing point. But you can do these 1-point, 2-point, 3-point perspective rulers in Clip Studio Paint and just go to town on it. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's a lot easier than what it looks like it should be, because you just you're always kind of locked into that perspective, left, right, up, and down, and you can get really wonderful drawings until you want to put in a curved building. So I did that once here, and I didn't do it ever again. If you want to know why artists don't draw curved buildings, well, they do. They do it once, and then they give up, because it's just totally, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. This was, I used reference from an actual building. But it's hard to know if the perspective is perfect when you add the curves in, because the the perspective rulers only deal in straight lines. So yeah, it gets pretty hard. In high school arts, they teach you all that stuff, and you've got to. But yeah, I don't remember being very good at it. Traditional. So yeah, I've got mad respect for anyone who can do that like that. So I think I may have gotten a couple of backers here. What are we on now? We're on 96 backers and 4,612. So I'm going to refresh. Whoa, one more. 99 backers. Thank you, guys. Thanks to everyone. I know Tatsu Nami just back. Thank you, Tatsu Nami. Wow. This is, guys, I was saying to my wife just before this campaign went live, we were talking about expectations, and everyone always says, keep your expectations low because you don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to go out there bragging that you're going to get 1,000 backers, and then if you get 500, it looks like a failure, but instead of, if you go out and say, well, I want 100 backers, you get 500, then it's a mammoth success. But if you oversell it, then it can look like a failure. Well, I wanted to get 100 backers. That's like my goal. Yeah, I'm just so grateful and happy, and so I love Comicsgate. I know you guys, you just come out for me. I've been out there, chilling myself and promoting all the great books that I see out there and I love, and yeah, it really is true. You get in and you get involved with all this, and your dreams can come true, like mine are right now. It's still not real to me. I feel like I'm gonna, like Ella in a dream, I'm gonna snap out and get taken back to the real world. I spoke too long and now my tea's cold. Yeah, man, one more backer. Oh yeah. Oh no, there are Rob Replicator. He had cheaper backing for the Aussies as well, cheaper postage. Yeah, that was important for me too. We pay so much in shipping, and you can't fault people because from all accounts, people always say shipping to Australia is always the hardest thing. And so, you can't fault the guys. But I guess that's the one good thing about doing this from Australia is with the Aussie dollar so low, $12 shipping to the US goes a long way for us. That actually covers all of the shipping, all of the actual Australia postage costs. So $12 US is $19 Australian, and it covers all of the postage costs. It doesn't cover the packaging and stuff, so I will have to take a little hit on that. But again, that's because the US dollar is so high, I'm making a little bit extra profit than I otherwise would have, if the dollar was closer to parity. So it's a strange, up and down kind of situation. We can make more profit on our books in Australia, but there are other limitations that we have, and there are plenty of them. But yeah, I definitely wanted to, I'm a backer too, and it has stopped me on many an occasion where I just really want a book. And like, for instance, I've wanted to get Vestige for a long time, and I just saw Deadwood Dale's review of it. And whenever I hear guys talk about it, and I know Ethan talks about it a lot, and I look at it like, man, I want this book. You look at it and it looks deceptive, because you get on that Indiegogo page and it just has that 25 number next to it. You're like, come on, it's nothing. It's $25. But then I click it, and yeah, the $25 goes up to $40, and then they have $20 shipping on top of it. And at the end of it, I'm looking at an $80 book. And yeah, as much as I want to, I just don't know if I can justify it all the time, especially when I'm, saving up for other books. And so, yeah, like I said, there's positives to running a campaign in Australia. There's negatives to being a backer in Australia. Hopefully it all comes out in the wash. I know a lot of people are rubbing their heads together trying to figure out how to make it cheaper for everyone, so everyone can get their books faster, cheaper. Mixum, the printers, have just started fulfillment too, so you can print with Mixum and they'll ship it out to you directly to your customers. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to wait and keep my ear to the ground, see who does that and what their experience is. I know a few people. I had issues getting a bunch of Ethan's books here for a long time while he was using a fulfillment service, and the moment he started, just him and oh god, I'm blanking on his wife's name. Anyway, him and his family doing the fulfillment themselves. Everything's just been great and get them really quickly and straight away, no issues. So and plus only we're not talking thousands of backers here, so it's I'm only more than happy to be boarding everything up, putting it in bags and boxes and shipping it off myself. Do I dare refresh and see if I get to 100 backers? I think I will dare. I dare to dream. Will I be disappointed? Yes! 100 backers. Thank you. And $4,800 too. Wow. Thank you. Thank you to whoever backed that. You know who you are. And you have my eternal gratitude. Wow. 100 backers. Like I said, we were chatting about it, and I was like, if I can just get to 100 backers, I won't be a laughing stock. I'll be able to walk around Comicsgate with my head held high, and that is such a relief. The first relief was getting funded, and I could tell about when it got to about $1,000. That's my wife there. Thank you, baby. Yeah, man, it's a good round number to get to, and as you can see, it's doable. But you do have to get yourself out there. You do have to get yourself seen somehow. You have to figure it out, however it needs to happen. With me, it was the YouTube channel and the kind of the memes and the cartoons, and that's how people started finally noticing who I am. Just things are clicking together. We were talking about on the stream last night that people will see your work and they'll give it a like and they like the look of it. But it's hard because there's so much stuff out there. It's hard to kind of put it all in place together. And it's but 100 backers is in this climate is totally doable for a new guy, as I've just proven. Hey Joe, yeah, man, I just did it just then. Thank you. Yeah, it's just crazy. I've been streaming a little bit with Joe on some other channels just this past week. He's a really cool guy. Check out Slaughter Squad. He does great work. He puts my animations to shame. He's the real deal. So thank you, Joe. I'm just sitting here in a state of shock. I was telling everyone that I was, hoping that I'd get 100 backers by the end of the campaign, and to get it on the first day it's yeah, it's a feeling that, I mean, I didn't even know if I'm feeling anything. I've become numb. The shock has left me numb. I'm in a state of bewilderment right now. Ah, and yeah, this is what it's all about. I need to start thinking about stretch goals. Um, you know, I I didn't think it would come this quickly. I thought I'll have like a week of campaign. I'll better firm down the stretch goals. So I've got to go back now and crunch the numbers. I've got to open up my Excel spreadsheet and plug in all the numbers, and because you don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to just get all excited and just kind of throw it all out there because there's all this excitement about your campaign. The stretch goals are there to keep people enticed as the campaign goes on. It's just the natural state of campaigns. There's that big moment of excitement at the start, and then other campaigns happen. Look, Grand Bazaar just launched. People's attention is being pulled in all kinds of directions. So you've got to keep their momentum. So I guess, at least for me, the purpose of a stretch goal is to, as you see that attention kind of waning a bit, then you throw out a stretch goal and you're like, guys, come back. Look, there's something else here. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be my first one. I've like I said, I've got to figure out all the numbers. You can promise anything, but if you don't work out the numbers and make sure that you're not costing yourself too much money offering these things before you've raised enough, you can get yourself into some real trouble. So but yeah, I'd really love to give away this 12-page preview comic of the next book in the series, which will be called Painted Death. And yeah, it's just a little 12-page action sequence, which, it's another little bit of action. People love the action. I want to give them what they want. So it's another little action scene that you will be able to get in this package. I've got to figure out exactly, what the goal will be for that. Luckily, a 12-page comic is a lot more affordable than what I thought it would be. Originally, I was going to have it actually in the main book, and then Liam heard that and he's like, "Nah, dude, keep it just the one story in the one book, and then put that as a stretch goal, because it's a really cool stretch goal. It's something to, like I said, keep people enticed and excited." Joe King, how Comicsgate? Hell yeah. There's so many streams right now. Well, that is just hilarious, because I thought, well, hey, no one's streaming right now. I'm going to jump on. I'm going to capture all of Comicsgate, and because everyone's just sitting around. There's so many exciting things happening. Obviously, the Lucent is finishing out its first 24 hours. That's a huge, exciting thing for Comicsgate. But yeah, Grand Bazaar, it just launched. There's so many awesome projects in Comicsgate right now. And I thought, why isn't anyone streaming? I was like, well, I better get on there and fill this void. And now apparently everyone's streaming. So they all had the exact same idea at the exact same time. Wow. So yeah, so it was literally the worst time to start streaming, is what you're saying, Blue Samurai. Did you see, man? I got to 100 backers though. I did it. Yeah. Who are they? Who's that? Who's EVS and who's Mandy? Who cares about those guys? Yeah, I know. Oh well. Well, in my defense, no one was streaming when I started. So yeah, they're those guys. They're just pretenders. They're followers. They're just following in my footsteps. What can I say? They've seen what I've got on offer, and they're afraid. They're afraid of me taking over and taking their mantle. They're jealous, really. I think that's what it is. Yeah, dude. So cool. I know. I saw your tweet. You want to get up to 120. You want me to work. I want to work. Don't you worry about me, everyone. I want to draw for you. So if you haven't backed the Lucent yet, and and you're thinking of it, you're not sure, maybe you want to wait. Well, if you do wait, then you won't be getting the free sketch card. There will be a sketch card tier after this 24-hour period, but it will be a little bit pricier than the normal book. $35 is what the price is. Yeah, man. And I'm starting to get a glimpse of it. Like my body's already feeling like it feels stiffer. There's little aches and things that, sitting in a chair, not really moving for long periods of time. Like even when I draw, can draw or whatever, or work for a long period of time, I always get up. So every kind of hour or so, or even more often than that. But just kind of sitting in a chair and talking for, we were on stream for 7 hours last night, and that was after I was on Greater Point 5 for 3 hours. It's I can feel it in my body, so I don't know how those guys do it day after day. Finally got my backing in. You slipped to number 2 when I came home from work just in time. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Blue Samurai, Michael, he was on with us for ages last night. He's a really cool guy. We chatted about lots of stuff. I don't know if the stream is up. I don't know if they go up automatically on YouTube from yesterday. I know that sometimes if they're that long, you get like an hour of it, and it takes days or even a week to kind of get the full thing up onto YouTube if it ever does get up there. But yeah, he's a cool guy. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I know it slipped down to number 2. It slipped down to number 2, but I was number 1. I mean, now that if anyone had said that to me, that I'd be trending number 1 for even a short period of time on Indiegogo in the for comics, yeah, that is something I never would have thought would have happened, but it did happen. So yeah, I can actually go up, back up, back up, back up. Indiegogo. Before you go. Yeah, so this is my recommended. I think that's pretty much the same as the trending section. If you click through to comics, yeah, there we go. And look, you see the Australian dollars here. I don't know why it does that. That would be cool. We'll get there. Yeah, right next to Zach. Now, isn't that a sight to see? You watch a guy for years and years, and you watch his whole progress from just being the dude in his cupboard, and then the dude in his car, and then the huge sensation is being invited onto Joe Rogan and all his books, and I've got them up on my wall right there. And to be sitting next to him now is that's a trip. That is a trip. I won't lie. Got Frager here. Got Blade Devil that broke 200,000 yesterday. Liam, my boy, Xenotype. Six Gun Gorilla is another book that I was on a stream. What stream was that? It was either Wangers or Narwhals, but yeah, I got chatting with this guy, and he is really cool dude. And something they said, like, Six Gun Gorilla is not what you think. And I was like, what does that mean? And they said, yeah, that it's played really straight, and it's a really well crafted story. I was like, oh wow, because you think, a gorilla with guns, it's going to be something a bit silly, but apparently it's not. And yeah, it's just another book I've just kind of mentally ticked off in my brain. Okay, after I've bought the honeycomb box and I've saved a bit of money, that's another one I'm going to have to back, because yeah, the art as well looks fantastic, and he's got a bunch in there too. You can get, like, I think it's 3 issues or something, 3 or 4 issues already all done, and you can just kind of get them straight away. So yeah, that's definitely a guy to check out too. This is turning into like a Comicsgate Corner show. Peregrine Wings of the Falcon. This is the guys I was on with yesterday. These are some really cool easy people to chat with. I chatted with them just like a few times on Twitter just before I went on their show, and they're cool guys when you can just come in, say hello, and you just feel like you're chatting with an old mate down at the pub. A bit like the stream that I did on my show yesterday was. And their book is just amazing. I love this art style. The action panels are so well designed. And apparently we'll be seeing the colors soon, which will be very exciting. Although also a bit nerve-wracking. It's colors can go either way. They can either complement the line art, or they can kind of bury it. And if I had a book where I was just doing the line art and I had to ship the colors off to someone, that would be a nervous thing for me. It's probably something that I may have to do in the future, because as you kind of get bigger and bigger and you have more and more commitments, you have less and less time to work. And so definitely, for this book and the next book, I am doing the coloring myself, going on in the future. If I could ever find someone who can kind of replicate my coloring style, it's definitely something to think about looking into in the future. God, it would just save me, half the time, half my workload, if I could farm out the coloring to someone that I trust to continue on with what I've been doing. Let's go back. But when I go back, I'll also refresh. Not that I know if I should. It's not really a refresh. You don't want to refresh too often. You don't want to overcook it. 102 backers. All right, so it was all right to refresh. Wow, 102 backers. Can we get to 5K before the end of 24 hours? That would just be the cherry on top of everything. If any of you guys want to come in here, by the way, I'll post a link in. That was fun yesterday. Come in and chat. You know me. I like to have a chat with anyone. Anyone cool. It's been 46 minutes of me just waffling. If anyone does want to come on, you're more than welcome. Just pop, even if it's just to pop in and say hello. Means I don't have to keep repeating myself. Although that's what Optimus Deadpool said. Prepare for a month of just repeating yourself twice a day, every day for 60 days. And I was lying in bed contemplating that earlier this morning, and I was just like, yeah, it's just not something that I would come naturally to me. But yeah, it's just got to be done. You've got to put yourself out there in front of people's faces, even if they're not going to watch this stream now. Maybe they'll watch it later on when they're drawing or whatever. Just sometimes I just like to have something comics related just in my ear while I work, just to kind of vibe on. Listen about people talk about comics. People talk about Comicsgate. Let's talk about Comicsgate. People don't talk about Comicsgate enough. I love hearing people talk about it. But it's better when you're chatting with someone about it. I like to hear all the different perspectives of how did you find out about CG? Where did you where did you hear about it? Have you been here from the start? Did you hear about it from someone else and come in late? I know there's guys who are quite successful creators in CG who've come kind of late to the game. So I was surprised, for example, when Rob Arnold, Replicator, said to me he's kind of found out about Comicsgate only 6 or 7 months ago. And that was like, oh wow, yeah, because he's had such a big response. He's been on Ethan's show a bunch of times. He's been on John's show. We went on the War Campaign. It's impressive, his meteoric rise. But that's the kind of thing that Comicsgate can do for people who are genuine and want to really like make the best book that they can and have a great book and open to what comes with when you announce that you are Comicsgate. But yeah. It's hard to know what to say. Maybe I'll go through the tiers again. So the first tier here, this is the featured tier. You get the book and the head sketch, which is going to be like this. And you can actually choose. It's a cool thing that Indiegogo lets you do. You can actually choose when you check out. You get to select one of these characters, and yeah, I'll draw that up for you if you get that tier. And this card is this is like super high quality. It's expensive card. It's expensive watercolor card, so it's it'll keep, and you can display it. You can have it in your collection and know that it's a high quality item. If you're into having a little bit of art, which I am, I've got the book. As you can see, $1 off, because that's just the kind of guy I am. I just I give people dollars off discounts. Well, not me, but the Australian economy does with the dollar. 67 claimed already. That's just blowing my mind. So I guess I've sold, if it says 67 there, I guess I've sold a lot of secret perks. So if you signed up to the mailing list, you have the option to, in the email that you receive, click on the secret perk links, and they'll show you things that everyone else won't be able to see, it's the head sketch and the kind of everything pack at a price. So I haven't checked yet how many people bought that stuff. But it'll be fun to go and have a look at that. So you got the fold-out poster. I mean, the fold-out poster is always a bit of a bone of contention for people, because we all want the flat poster. We don't want the fold-out, but it's just that's another thing. Being in Australia as well, it's just not feasible. Sending rolled-up poster things is a very expensive thing to do. Because I think it's because it's an unusual length or shape or something, and anything that isn't flat. So my book, the box that I just received, all the boxes, by the way, too, that these will be going out in. The books are going to be boarded, put into a plastic sleeve. The plastic sleeve is A4 size, so it's about this size. It is this size, and then the book can sit on the side, and it can, the book is sort of sitting in the middle of it in the plastic, so it's completely away from the edges, and then so the board will really protect the edges of everything, and then all of that goes into a box, so that there's not going to be any pressure on the edges of anything in the package, which is important. You don't want, last thing you want is to have things with banged up corners on it. So yeah, that's the fold out poster. It's going to look good. It's going to look good, even if people do get upset with the fold. I know it upsets me too, but it's all we have on offer. It's a good deal, and we've got that's the everything pack there. And yeah, I'm freaking out. I just want to show it again, because it really does look great. Like, this is not something that I've ever really done before, but it just looks so cool. I spent a lot of time on this. This took me hours to do this. I'll blow it up. So this is the I don't know if you call it original art, but it's an art page that I drew, and it is a one-to-one exact replication of the digital art from the book. So this is a one-off. I'm only going to do 10 of these. I'm going to pick however many get sold. I'm going to pick the 10 coolest pages to recreate for you guys, and yeah, check it out. I think it's pretty cool, and it's a lot of fun to do. I was just kind of like doing it after dinner, and just spend an hour or so after dinner for about a week, and it's really cathartic and fun to do. And look, wait a minute, Samurai, are you there? If you are, I can't hear you. You there? I'm not even seeing an avatar now. Do you want to go back out and come back in? Or maybe you are saying something and I just haven't got the volume. Oh no, hang on. Whoa. I'm hearing chipmunk. I'm going to remove you. You come back in. And hopefully that'll do something. I'll repost the link again if you need it. Joe says reset the mic. Thanks for sticking around, Joe. That's awesome, man. I know there's so much going on. It's yeah. The people have taken to this campaign in ways that I are wholly unexpected. So yeah, I'm just so grateful, because I know how much amazing work is out there, how many different amazing projects, and we're talking top professional caliber artists and writers. I can hear you now.
Yes, sorry about that. I skipped a step coming in.
I see. Oh, good.
But you were saying top professional colorists and artists.
Yes, I was just saying, it's amazing to me that people are, backing my book when, Zach is out there, and Ethan and Dan Frager and everyone, there's so many incredible books out there. It's really humbling that people will, invest their hard-earned money on you. Joe, welcome.
Hey, man.
Welcome.
What is up? Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's what's up is we're in the last 30 minutes now, I think. Yeah, getting close to 30 minutes of the first day.
That's awesome.
Of my campaign. And if we just scroll down again, everyone who backs today gets a free sketch card. Did you see them?
No, I haven't seen them yet.
So this is what they look like. I'll go full screen.
Oh, yeah,
again.
full screen.
So yeah, they're on this cool like watercolor card. This is like thick stuff. It's hot press, so it's nice and smooth, and it's 100% cotton. This is like professional art quality card. And I've got these.
Ooh.
I used my Copic markers that I bought to do my original art stuff with.
Oh,
and
great.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be drawing. I'll probably do like 15 of each like sketch, and then you'll probably get bored with it and try another one. And then I'm just going to chuck them in at random, whoever gets whatever. And everyone who backs for all of today gets one for free. And after today, there'll be part of a tier. There'll be a signed book plus sketch card tier, and that'll be for $35. So
nice. So you got a few hundred of those probably.
Yeah, and like I've always been saying, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
When I came up with this idea, I shopped it around to a bunch of people. It started off a bit different. It was going to be a tier at first, and then people were like, no, don't do that. Just just kind of give it away to everyone on the first day, because you don't want to stop people from, say, buying the featured tier. You know, if people want to spend that $65 on a head sketch, you know, they know they're getting a free sketch card as well. You know, and it's all
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all value adding.
Well, I'm gonna get a sketch card. I just backed you.
Thank you, man. Wow, that's great. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you.
My pleasure. Gotta support. It's hard
Yeah,
because there's so many books. Oh man,
it is crazy hard, and yeah, I haven't been able to back hardly anyone for going on about a month and a half now. I don't know if you heard me saying earlier, but the Aussie dollar just jumped off a cliff, and now a single book can cost me like $80 Australian.
Oh,
and it's like I don't know if it depends on where you live in the States, but $80 in Australia, it's not like, oh, that's a small amount of money. It's actually more money than it is in the States in a lot of cases. Like, you know, it buys you less food at the grocery store. It buys you less petrol at the tank. So
well,
yeah,
didn't gas prices go down?
They did. So that's something that's it doesn't matter because but then again, no one's driving or driving not very much. So it's like a wasted opportunity.
Yeah,
and it's
I haven't
a little
filled
weird.
my tank in like a week.
Your conversion is a little more than an Australian 150 to a US 1, but the prices are all different.
Yeah. And when I was trying to set up the prices, Indiegogo's conversion rate was not the same as the conversion rate that I was using. That was like, I thought was the standard kind of up-to-date conversion rate. But I mean, it is what it is, and you know, nothing I can do about it. So
are you considering? I know Liam was very adamant about getting everything Australian, that's his prerogative. But are you considering having U.S. backers printed in the U.S. and shipped from a fulfiller, or what?
I'm going to be doing the shipping myself. The cost isn't as bad as people make it out to be, because the US dollar is so valuable now. I've got the shipping set to $12, which is pretty. It's a little bit expensive for you guys, but it's actually pretty competitive, and it goes a long way here. So that covers all of the cost of the postage. So I can eat a little bit of the cost of the packaging materials, which doesn't come to much. It's like $1.50 or something. Okay. But you know, I'm making a bigger profit than an American would on each book, so I can afford to do that. You know, and give some of that money, like leave some of that money in your guys' pockets. You know, which is it's good all around. You know, I'll get more sales because less people will be turned off by high shipping prices, and you guys don't have to pay as much. So that's the one good thing about, you know, the Australian dollar being where it is. You know, it's kind of worth more to me now. So
by the time you go to fulfillment, if the US dollar tanks, because we just severely did something.
Yeah. That is a valid concern, and you know, but again, there's nothing I can do about it. And I've spoken to Liam about this, and he's like, yeah, he's had conversations with Indiegogo about it. You know, it's like, it's really, you know, you've got us in a strange place here. But what else can we do? We're just handcuffed. We have to put our campaigns in Australian dollars. So. Yeah, it is a concern. It is something in the back of my head, but it's, you know, I can't do anything about it. So I just have to go forward with it.
You know what my mantra is now? It's where there's chaos, there's opportunity. I just got to keep reminding myself that no matter what the hell's going on, you just got to try and find the opportunities and just keep moving forward.
Yep. Yeah. And you know, if the US dollar does significantly and it eats up all the profits, that's what happens. happens, and I'll learn that lesson and figure out a way to make sure it doesn't hurt me so bad next time around. People are talking about. People are talking about. Oh, sorry, go on.
It might be timing. Like, just it depends on when you make the withdrawal.
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on the whole situation. I'm not going to drag it out too long. Yeah, it is, it's a risk. But if it's only like, what I could do is draw the money at the end of the campaign, but keep it in demand.
Mm-hmm.
So then I've got the money, and then because it's $25 every withdrawal, right? And then I just say in the in-demand phase, so I could do 2 releases, and keep so like while the in-demand phase goes, to say that's a month or 2, and then once that closes down, all the books will ship. Then I don't know. I'll have to figure it all out. But it is a something that's kind of niggling in the back of my head. The situation with the dollars.
You were going to say people something.
Hmm?
You were starting another thought about people saying something.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, sorry, that's too vague.
Well, I got a question. Have you already started working on the next book, or are you still finishing this one?
Yeah, man. The next book is actually, the line art is, let's say, 90-ish% done.
Ooh.
The colors are in the same state as a lot of the colors in this book were in. So they're, it's all flattered, and a lot of the highlights and everything are there, but it's not in a way that I want to release it at all. So I don't know if you heard, but I when I started this, I did the colors, and they just weren't very good. They're just definitely not something that I would want to release, into Comicsgate. So this is what I've been working on, the colors now for months, just kind of figuring them out and just starting to kind of get them out. So it's pretty on the way completed. And even going forward past that, a lot of the later books are scripted out and plotted out and stuff. But that's all in the future now. I'm just kind of 100% focused on promoting this one right now. It's weird not being able to work on your book in the same way that you normally do, just because you're on YouTube, trying to get yourself out there.
You got to really manage your time wisely.
Yeah. It's
Do you have a day job too?
Yeah, I do. But it's gonna be tough. A few sacrifices, I think. But the whole family is kind of behind it now. They weren't sure whether this would all be worthwhile, but seeing the response now, they're all fully behind it.
Oh yeah. Got 102 backers.
104.
Do I?
Wow.
Nice. So now the next goal is 5,000.
You're $23 US away from 5,000.
Oh.
So it's just one more backer then.
Everybody needs to tweet it out and share it. Tell everybody.
Yeah. I've got to figure out how to make people wrenches too.
Oh.
In the thing, I kind of did a brief search on it, but I didn't see how to do it. Can you do it through StreamYards, or you have to do it through?
No,
YouTube?
you got to do it through YouTube.
Yeah. But anyway, I can put the link in there in the chat. So on my own wrench. How's Slaughter Squad going?
Did you want to say something, Blue?
That's okay. How's Slaughter Squad?
Oh, yeah, it's going good. It's it's almost finished. Got lines done. Colors are pretty close to being done. Just need to finish coloring it and clean up the lettering a little bit.
Yep.
Got the new website. I started buying up domains.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's beefybull.com. totally not a porn site, not a gay porn site. But we got some good memes out of it. People started memeing already, so that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can find.
That's it's you've got the kind of the right kind of genre and theme and characters for all that stuff. Do you get 100 requests a day to make a cartoon out of it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, somebody just the other day. Yeah, that's like half the comments. It's like, yes, I would like to make a cartoon, but it'll take like 10 years.
Yeah, people would have no idea. Having done like a little, like my animation isn't even animation most of the time. It's literally just still shots, you know, just kind of stacked with each other randomly, and there's not that much animating going on. It's actually quite quick, and it still takes me days to knock out a few minutes.
Here, let me show you some of these.
So for what you did, I don't know if anyone's had seen.
What are we looking at?
Adam sent me this one. I don't know. We were looking up if Beefy Bull was taken, and this came up.
Yeah, well.
So no Facebook page here. Let me see. There's some more. Oh man, I posted way too many. Oh, here it is. What the hell is Slaughter Squad?
That top one's hilarious.
Yeah, it's all good fun.
Yeah, you gotta entertain the people. You gotta make them laugh. You've got to have something, you know, that brings the crowd in for a chuckle. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. You know, my book is super. You know, it's straight down the line. It's drama. It's, you know, a bit of romance and action and stuff like that. But yeah, I still, you know, I like to laugh and, you know, I'll try to be funny and, you know, entertain people, because that's what gets people, you know, through the door.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, people don't sell tickets to a funeral.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You can't take yourself too seriously. You gotta be able to chuckle.
Yeah, people respond really well to people who can make fun of themselves and kind of lean into the memes. That's, I think, what, you know, you've made it in Comicsgate when someone has made some kind of meme about you, you know, some kind of thing. I don't know. You never know what it's going to be. You can't force it. It's going to happen when it happens. And when it does happen, you've got to lean into it and you got to have fun with it. You can't let it, even if it's insulting or whatever, you got to roll with it.
Yeah, don't take it personal.
Because we've seen what happens to people who you can't fight back against it. You know, you can't fight the chat. That's that should be if there was like commandments or rules of Comicsgate, like don't fight the chat because you won't win.
Well, you gotta fight them, but you gotta do it in a funny way. Like,
yeah, you can rib on each other.
Yeah, you gotta go with the bit.
Don't think you're gonna like browbeat them into submission. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Hail the chat.
I'm looking at the wrong video. There we go. Hey, Michael. Oh, his seat's empty.
I was just leaning down to grab some.
I had the YouTube window open instead of Streamlabs. Hey, you had a page up earlier. You said you're redrawing them, so you're doing all of your pencils, and inks, so-called, on the computer, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
do
you like working traditional though?
I like doing this. I like drawing these sketch cards. Yeah. So like I've only done a handful. I actually did a bunch more of these sort of test ones to kind of see how detailed I'd have them. Like I did one that had you know, a bit of more shading on it and stuff, and unfortunately they were taking too long. I wouldn't be able to do that many like that, but yeah, I definitely do like that. It's I haven't done it in such a long time. Once I got my tablet, and that was way back in about, I don't know, 2010, 2009. I just kind of haven't gone back. I used to do it a lot more, but yeah, I definitely do enjoy it.
So do you find yourself? I saw the well, I guess we could talk a little bit about how we all got into Comicsgate. But when I was in comics in the '90s as a customer, not in the industry. Yep. I'm just a customer. I really should not probably be on streams, but
why not? Of course.
When I decided
this is what CG is. This is the customers.
All right, sure, whatever. But when I decided, hey, I want it for other reasons going on, I thought I need to go look up comic books and read them again. And that was January of 2018. I jumped in to start reading, and the shop owner loves Tom King. Yep. So to my detriment, of course, he eventually recommended, what's it called? That Mr. Miracle. Yep. And Mr. Miracle had, they finally put out a director's cut where it showed all the penciled and inked versions for several pages, and before they're colored. And I thought, this is rather skimped on. What's going on with this? And then the shopkeeper corrected me and told me, no, he does his own coloring. So I was wondering, do you find yourself doing less detail in what would be the ink work because you're going to color it anyway?
Yes, definitely. I know what it's. I know kind of what the. I know what the finished product is going to. Once I've got the thing sort of sketched out, plotted out or whatever the angle is or whatever the scene kind of is going to look like. I didn't skimp. I wouldn't say I would skimp, but I leave things that say I know that other people who have other styles don't do. Like someone like Kanan White, for example, he draws everything. Mm-hmm. He gets everything onto the page with his inks, and then the colorist, and I've seen it with different levels of success on his art, where the colors have really accentuated and improved on what he had, and when the colors have kind of just hidden what he did. But yeah, no, definitely. If you're thinking you're going to have an effect or something, like some sort of sky effect or some sort of I don't use too many textures, but gradients and all that sort of stuff, you can kind of
leave it open.
I wouldn't say get away, because it's not like you're like, oh, I don't have to draw this now because I can just fix it in coloring. It's not like that. It's like a complementary thing. I definitely do the inking with the coloring in mind. That's how I'll put it. So okay. I don't know. There are some pages that would work without the coloring. Like I think this page here. Am I showing my screen? Yes, I am. This page here would be fine, but there are others where there's more detail. Like maybe even this panel here on the top left. Without the colors, it could get a bit confusing as to what's going on in here. In just the black and white, but well, here we go. This is a page in black and white that has in the inks, there's a lot of little black ink spots everywhere, and on these bits that just kind of look like brown and darkly kind of colors here. So it looks a lot more spotty and heavily detailed in just the black and white, but the colors kind of they kind of push those smaller things out of the picture, and you get a more complete like a more realistic look. So yeah, it's an interesting question, and I know I've thought about that too, and I've heard Ethan talk about that too, that he'll like leave, he'll just leave a big white space for Kyle to, have fun with. But Kyle does amazing things with the backgrounds that I don't really think anyone else does, or like maybe they try, but they don't succeed as well. Alex is here. Hail, Alex. How, man? How you going? See, Alex is someone that I would give a wrench to if I knew how, but I don't. So that's what you get. You don't get anything. Do I dare refresh?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. There it is.
Woohoo!
Woo. 5,000 US. And 10 minutes to go.
Wow.
Just slid in there. Thank you. Wow.
That's awesome, man. Well,
Wow.
shoot. I'm going to tweet that out.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe I should too. I've always feel like I can't do anything else while I'm streaming. You know, I'm like, got to try to kind of steer the ship. Yeah, man. I will figure that out, Alex, at some point. I'm gonna like go in and watch a tutorial on how to give wrenches. Yeah, 10 minutes to go until the end of the first day, until the first 24 hours. So at the end of this 24 hours, this banner here is going to disappear, and another perk is going to pop up. And that means that if you back at that point, you will not be getting a free sketch card. So yeah, if anyone is still on the fence, do it now, because there's only 10 minutes to go.
It's going, gone.
And after this stream is finished, I'm going to go and grab the audio of Matt yesterday reading my little pitch there in Stan Lee's voice, and I'm going to make a little video of that because it was so good. Although I might be laughing a lot in the background, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't listened to it, but I want to do something with it because it's just too good. Have you heard that guy, Joe?
No. What is it?
He's a dude that sort of showed up in Liam's streams. He made an awesome fan trailer. He's got a cool game, and
I did see him. Yeah.
He is a master impersonator. He can do voices and voice acting too. And we did a thing yesterday live where if I get to 65 backers, he'll read that start bit in Stan Lee's voice, and it is spooky.
Oh, wow.
He even finished it off with like "Nuff said," you know. It was just perfect. But I'm gonna put it on a little video to make a little promo video. Put that up on Twitter and maybe put it on YouTube as well. I might even, because I've actually already got a little head that I drew of Stan from my one of my animations. I might actually have him just in the corner, kind of talking. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Sued.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put like
animation.
dramatization. May not have happened or something.
Nice. That was from yesterday's on Liam's stream?
No, we had a stream here. We had a big. I think it was like freaking 8 hours long or something. So
my God.
I've got to fish through that and find. Yeah, well, it was like the launch stream.
Oh, I missed it. I was busy working yesterday. I wasn't watching YouTube much. We actually had like I went on Wayncast.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I love Wayncast. We had a bunch of people in here, like 15 to 20 people, which is pretty good because considering it was my first ever stream that I've ever done. This is my second ever stream that I've ever done.
Wow.
So yeah, it was good. The chat was going off, and we were just sitting around talking comic books and movies, and yeah, it was cool. And we were just watching the numbers go up all day. It was really trippy, and I got drunk. And
what were you drinking?
And I've got it still sitting here. The room still kind of smells of it. I was drinking Singleton. What is this? How many years?
Full screen.
How many years?
I need a close up on that. All right, some whiskey.
Yep. So I've got a this is probably my cheapest bottle that I've got, but it's still nice. It's just it's got a bit of bite to it. But I thought I don't want to if I want to drink my really expensive stuff if I'm just going to be throwing them back. And,
save that for the end of the campaign. Bring out the good stuff.
Yeah. And what's Alex saying here? We should put him against Eric Weathers so he was better at impersonating Darth Sidious. I haven't heard him do Darth Sidious. I will be very interested in hearing both of them and seeing who is the victor. I'm gonna guess that Matt he might come out on top, not having heard Eric, but he's the real deal when it comes to impersonations. Yeah, so I went on Greater Point 5 yesterday. We chat for like 3 hours, just watching videos and just having fun again, And
they're awesome.
Yeah, it was. I was saying earlier, it's funny. It's great when you can just meet someone, and it's just like your old buddies just hanging out, and you're just chatting, and people kind of vibe with that. And that ended. I went and I had lunch. I made myself a sandwich.
Ooh, what kind of sandwich?
I had some Danish cheese and salami.
That sounds like a good combo.
It was good. It was good. And it was the last bits left in the fridge too. So I'm glad they left that for me. And then I had a cup of tea and then grabbed my whiskey and came back. Cup of tea. Yeah. And then came back and streamed. I thought, I'll stream for a couple of hours. And we just we stayed on for freaking 8 hours or something. And then Liam started streaming, and I didn't know what kind of stream he would be doing. It turned out he was doing like one of those kind of like streams where they get people together and bang heads. So that was too much for me. So I was just like, all right, I'm out, and passed out in bed.
What a day.
And woke up. Yeah, and then I woke up and had a whole bunch of new backers. So it's been a whirlwind for me.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I went on Liam's stream. I didn't know what was going on, and then they were having a fight, and then in the middle of it, I just promoted my book for a minute, and then I took off. I was like, "Oh, hey guys."
Yeah, Liam usually streams a bit during the day for Aussies here, so I'm gonna see if he's streaming later and maybe jump on and say hello and shield the book a bit.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in the drama. I just want to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Make fun of SJWs, but
the strange thing is, having chatted with Liam, he is too. He doesn't want to deal with the drama either. But I think he's just, Liam. He just kind of feels, this has landed in his lap, and now he has a responsibility to kind of steer it as he can. But he definitely doesn't enjoy doing it. I really get that sense. But he likes talking comics, and he likes having fun. So we had so much fun on his stream to close out Xenotype.
Oh yeah.
I was working. I was doing some like last minute colors for this campaign. To get the page up of where that guy is swinging the pipe around. And Liam, I was just sort of putting in the odd chat in his stream, and Liam's like, "Bancroft, get in here, get a suit on and get in here." And I was like, I don't even know if I fit in my old suit. But I couldn't find a tie. And then my wife was like, "We've got a bow tie." I was like, "Oh, that'd actually be quite funny. All right, I've got to do this." So I put on a jacket, and thankfully it still fit. And I put on a bow tie, and I popped in there. Everyone had a nice little chuckle. And that was a great stream. He went for 24 hours. I tapped out at about 4 hours, but I was there long enough to see Odie drink that bloody olive oil. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I caught that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, he was dreading doing that, and he was really like sweating. But he was the one who suggested it.
Right.
He was like, "Oh, I'm going to drink olive oil." It's like, all right, dude, it was you. And he had the choice of how big the glass was. It was not like no one else pressured him into this. No one else said it had to be this big. Like we thought, a glass. Yeah, a glass like that. That's enough to go, oh. No, he came back with like a massive tumbler, like almost a pint.
That was like 12 or 16 ounces.
It was huge. And it took him a long time to get through it. And it was green. It looked like motor oil. It was just it
was hard to watch, but I'm impressed. He took it like a champ.
So Alex says I'm mistaken that Eric Weathers is Darth Sidious. I'll definitely have to check that out and see if Matt can match. We'll put them against each other and have Sidious versus Sidious. Yeah, he mixed it with the milk too. Was it goat
Yeah.
milk?
I-
Oh God,
Olive oil and milk.
these Greek boys.
Oh,
Hey, we're 1 minute away. I think
Oh.
I'll wait to refresh until it clicks over to 12 o'clock, and then I'll do that and see what we got to.
Yeah.
So just refresh recently.
well, your numbers are going to be a little weird. Please don't hold it against me because I know this isn't kosher. I upgraded.
Oh,
I decided to go all the way just because you're paying the postage. Let's just get you a few extra shekels, and so I went all the way.
thank you,
Oh.
man. Thank you so much. You got all the the poster and the sketching.
Yeah, I just went for
Thank
that
you.
4-pack.
That's awesome,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm humbled. I know it's a lot of money, and yeah, I'm really grateful that you would do that.
I see the work I can see the work you're putting into this. I didn't catch what exactly you're doing with those 10 pages. Are those going to be a separate perk? But you're copying your normal digital art to create physical art for it to sell to people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the digital artists just don't bother doing that.
No, and I don't. Yeah, I mean, it is like work. Like I said, that page that's the first one I did, and it took me about 3 or 4 hours. But it's fun to do. You just after dinner, maybe you don't want to do anything creative. Your brain is fried. You just want to sit down and draw.
Are you inking those pages too?
Yeah. So
Ooh.
they're like a fully inked. I'm using really nice paper and some inks, and yeah, just it'll just look exactly like real original art. I mean, it's by my hand. They're one-offs, and yeah.
I don't have any confidence in my inking ability. I don't know if I can pull that off.
Well, I've drawn for a long time, and even when I went onto digital, it's kind of the same sort of thing. Obviously, it's a little bit different, but yeah, I've used pens and ink pens and all that sort of stuff for a long time on just my own personal art. So thankfully, I have that skill. All right, it is time. The 24 hours is up.
Oh,
I'm going to refresh, and then I'm going to take the banner off. What do we get to? Drum roll. Oh, there you go. It's the number that went up. So thank you, man. Thank you, Samurai. That was awesome. 105 backers, $5,058 in the first day.
Wow. Wowie zowie.
Yeah, man. That is wholly unexpected. That is far surpasses any expectations that I had.
All right, we're
All
taking
right.
screenshot to create tweet. Here we go.
Nice. Hail Comicsgate.
How Comicsgate. How Comicsgate. How the chat. How everyone is watching. And how do I edit this?
Campaign editor.
Campaign editor. It's right there. I'm just
Are you
All
supposed
right.
to be sharing all this?
Yeah. There's nothing.
It's fine.
All right. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't. I know. Here it goes. Bang. It's gone.
Boom. That's it. You missed your chance.
Yeah. All right. And when I put the stream down, I will put up the perk. Hang on. Save changes. Go back to campaign. Saving. All right. Has it gone back? No, it hasn't. Oh, it's done it in a new stream. It's done it in a new
Click.
tab.
Can you click
Here we
on
go.
that?
View campaign. There we go. Is it
All
gone?
right.
It's gone.
It worked.
So
Memory hole.
that 105 beautiful, lovely people who came out and backed the Lucent in those first 24 hours, you will all be receiving a sketch card drawn by yours truly, Michael Bancroft. That's me. One of these things. So well done, you. You're the
Well
first
done,
100.
you. Well done.
Well done. All right, guys. It's been an hour and a half, and we did it. I know there's like a gazillion other streams going on at the moment, so I think it's time I'm going to dip out.
Get some
Thank you
rest.
guys for coming on and chatting with me
Sure.
Yeah, my pleasure.
and joining me.
I was thinking of other questions to ask you about your art background, inspiration, inking. We can save those for another day because you might need them. So,
yes, thank you. More content. You put them in a little list, and I'll be happy to answer them when I get you on next time. It's great having you on here.
oh, thank you, sir. All right, take
All
care
right,
of yourself.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks so much. Thanks to everyone who backed, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Cool. Bye.
Peace out.
Peace.
Later, buddy.